Hi guys out there in YouTube land, Chibi here with Claymore, and I wanted to do an update on how the Euclase talon legs fit, and I got them on my fantasy doll body, which was actually generally pretty easy. I didn't have any real trouble getting it on him. Um, Dull penis warning, yes, look at it. Uh, they're they're not a resin match. This is much pinker, but and also the sockets are a little bit too small. As you can see here, they go out. They come out instead of being smooth. They kind of bulge out a little bit, and they can be kind of hard to turn while they're in the socket. So if you wanted to do a permanent mod on him, you probably could pretty easily just kind of sand out the inside of that socket, giving it more room to move. The main problem you're going to have with a fantasy doll mod of this type is how close the legs sit together. As you can see, like, his thighs are touching when he's standing up straight, which of course with these legs doesn't work, so he kind of has to stand with his legs out like that. Kind of funny. But it does work, technically. You can just do it without modding. He's just a little bit harder to move his legs. I also have him quite tightly. Like, I didn't restring him from his normal legs. I just used the string that was in him. So it's very tight because, of course, these take up a lot more elastic than his normal legs would. But once you cover up his like where it specifically connects, you really the match doesn't really mind so much. It's a little bit closer actually to his face because his face is a midget doll. But so yeah, that's kind of what I've been playing with in the last little while, just making this work and seeing how well these pose. They're very interesting. I did get the I can't get him to do the crouch, as you say, mainly because once I get it in this position, when I try to get him to crouch, it just kind of does that. So whatever. I still think it's cool, and he's probably gonna stand around in these legs for a little while just because they're interesting, and I think it's fun. So there's my little project doll Claymore with some fantasy legs on. Totally worth it and real fun. And actually, for those of you who want to know, I actually used elastic to string his legs on instead of ribbon because my ribbon got lost. I need to buy some more, and it kind of worked better than ribbon because it's when you're trying to push it through the joints, it has more, it stays more like true going through than ribbon will sometimes bunch if it gets caught on anything. So it's pretty interesting. Thank you for watching. Bye.